You open your eyes. It's Monday morning. Your phone buzzes on the nightstand, illuminating your dark bedroom. You reach over and check your email. There it is. You just landed a 6-figure job at Vought International. Congratulations, you've made it to the top of the corporate ladder. Wrong. You've just stepped onto a very expensive, highly classified slaughterhouse floor. At first glance, Vought International is the dream. You walk into the towering glass skyscraper in the heart of Manhattan. The lobby is spotless. A giant golden statue of Homelander smiles down at you, projecting safety, security, and American exceptionalism. The receptionist hands you a key card and a welcome packet. You take the elevator to the 12th floor for your orientation. The benefits package is insane. Full dental, comprehensive medical, a 401k match that makes your head spin, and free lunches on Thursdays. You sit in a pristine conference room with 20 other eager new hires. An HR representative named Brenda stands at the front, flashing a perfectly whitened smile. She talks about synergizing brand verticals and heroic paradigms. It all sounds so normal. Then she hands out the non-disclosure agreements. This isn't your standard corporate NDA. It's an 80-page brick of legal terror. You start reading the clauses. Section 4, subsection B. Employee waives all rights to litigate in the event of accidental dismemberment by energy projection. Section 9, Vought International is not liable for psychological trauma induced by telepathic intrusion, sonic bursts, or uncontrolled blood manipulation. Section 12 literally mentions NDA enforcement via lethal asset deployment. You look around the room. A few people are sweating, but the salary is life-changing. You convince yourself it's just legal mumbo-jumbo to protect the company from supervillain attacks. You sign on the dotted line. Your first placement is in the operations and maintenance division. It sounds like a generic management role, but you quickly learn what operations means in a building full of walking weapons of mass destruction. It means you are the cleanup crew. Your first week, you are handed a hazmat suit, a heavy-duty industrial mop, and a bucket of chemicals that smell like bleach mixed with battery acid. You are deployed to the soup training facilities on Sublevel 4. A C-list soup named Plasma Blast had a slight miscalculation during target practice. The target was supposed to be a titanium dummy. The actual target ended up being his personal trainer. You walk into the room and the walls are painted. There is no body to drag away. There is only a fine gelatinous mist covering the floor, the ceiling, and the fluorescent lights. You spend 12 hours scrubbing the DNA of a man named Gary out of the grout with a toothbrush. Vought security stands at the door the entire time, their hands resting on their holsters, making sure you don't take any pictures. You don't say a word. You don't gag. You just scrub. By the time you clock out, your arms are burning, your eyes are watering from the ammonia, and you realize that Gary's family will probably get a letter saying he died in a tragic gas leak. This is your life now. For the next 8 months, you are the unseen janitor of the superhero world. You clean frozen blood out of alleyways after a soup with ice powers goes on a bender. You use an industrial solvent to melt away the scorched remains of a paparazzo who got too close to a flying asset. You get used to the smell of ozone, burnt hair, and pulverized bone. The paychecks keep clearing, and you keep your head down. You start to think, maybe you can just survive this. Maybe you can just be the invisible guy with the mop, collect your money, and retire early. But at Vought, competence is a curse. Because you haven't leaked any photos or had a nervous breakdown, management notices you. You are called into Brenda's office again. You're getting a promotion. You are being moved to the 45th floor, public relations and asset management. The air conditioning is nicer up here. The carpets are plush, and the coffee machine makes actual espresso. You get a cubicle with a view of the city. Unfortunately, you're about to find out that cleaning up physical bodies is much easier than cleaning up public images. Your new job is managing the social media accounts and press releases for the B-list and C-list soups.
Your primary assignment is a speedster named Slipstream. Slipstream is fast, but he is also a raging narcissist with a severe synthetic cocaine habit.
On a Tuesday afternoon, you get an alert. Slipstream was trying to stop a bank robbery in Chicago. He successfully stopped the robbers. He also accidentally ran straight through a crowd of bystanders because he was tweaking and misjudged his braking distance. Your phone rings. It's Ashley Barrett, VP of Hero Management. She is screaming so loudly, your eardrum physically vibrates. She doesn't care about the child. She cares that Slipstream's approval rating in the Midwest demographic just dropped by 4 points. She demands a spin strategy in 10 minutes. You sit at your desk, your heart pounding, sweat ruining your expensive new suit. You have to write a statement. You draft a tweet. Slipstream is devastated by the collateral damage caused by the villain's reckless tactics. Our prayers are with the families. It's a lie. You know it's a lie. Slipstream is probably currently in a VIP room somewhere doing a line of V-enhanced powder off a mirror. But you hit send. You watch the likes roll in. You watch the Vought bot farms flood the replies with support. You spend the next year mastering the art of corporate sociopathy. You falsify toxicology reports. You pay off local police departments to misplace evidence. You draft NDAs for terrified witnesses and deliver suitcases of hush money to grief. You become a professional liar. You stop sleeping. You start flinching whenever a phone rings. Your hair starts thinning. The stress is eating a hole through your stomach lining. You are constantly one bad tweet, one leaked video, or one angry soup away from being thrown in a black site prison. You're a husk of a human being. The corporate grind has completely shattered your soul, your morals, and your sanity, which is why I'd like to recommend a different kind of mindless grinding. Introducing Raid Shadow Legends. If you're tired of cleaning up after psychopathic superheroes, why not command an army of actual monsters? Click the link in the description to get a free epic champion and 100,000 silver to start your journey. Now, back to your miserable existence. It's year 3 at Vought. You've survived PR, you're cold, efficient, and dead inside. You've successfully covered up 3 DUIs, an accidental decapitation, and a domestic dispute involving a soup who controls gravity. Then you are summoned to the 99th floor. The 99th floor, the apex, the home of the 7. Just riding the private elevator up makes you feel like you are ascending to a very sterile corporate Mount Olympus. There are no cubicles here, only massive glass offices, marble floors, and the constant crushing pressure of being in the presence of gods. You have been promoted to a senior asset handler. Your first assignment is the Deep. Honestly, not the worst. The Deep is an idiot. He's needy, insecure, and cries a lot. Your job is mostly ordering his specific brand of organic kelp smoothies, listening to him complain about his ex-wife, and making sure he doesn't tweet anything weird about dolphins. Then, Homelander walks into the room. The temperature in the office instantly drops. You can feel the air pressure change. Every single employee on the floor stops what they are doing. No one breathes too loudly. No one makes sudden movements. Homelander is smiling, waving at people, projecting that perfect golden boy aura. But as he walks past your desk, he stops. He slowly turns his head and looks at you. His eyes are cold, dead, like a shark assessing a piece of meat. He tilts his head slightly. "You're new," he says. His voice is perfectly modulated, smooth and rich. But beneath it, "Yes, sir," you say. Your voice cracks. You hate yourself for it, but you can't help it. Your primal instincts are screaming at you to run, to hide, to play dead. Homelander steps closer. He is standing uncomfortably close now. "Your heart is beating very fast," he whispers. "I can hear it. It sounds like a little bird trapped in a cage, fluttering, panicking. Why are you panicking, friend?" You freeze. If you say the wrong thing, he will laser your head off your shoulders right here in the open plan office. Management won't stop him. Ashley will just order a new desk and have the cleaning crew scrub you out of the carpet.
Homelander stares at you for what feels like an eternity. His eyes glow red for a fraction of a millisecond, a tiny, terrifying spark of crimson light. Then he blinks, smiles his $1,000,000 smile, and pats you on the shoulder. The force of the pat nearly dislocates your collarbone. "Good to have you on the team," he says loudly for the rest of the floor to hear. He walks away. You sit down in your ergonomic chair. Your legs turn to jelly. You are hyperventilating. You survived. But you realize the horrific truth of the 99th floor. You are not an employee. You are a pet. Months pass. The psychological torture becomes your daily routine. You watch A-Train casually mock the staff. You watch Black Noir stand silently in corners, terrifying everyone who walks by. You live in a state of constant, suffocating dread. You lose 15 pounds because you can't keep food down. You start drinking heavily the second you get home. Your life outside of Vought ceases to exist. There is only the company. There is only the 7. You are trapped in a golden cage, and the lions are always hungry. Eventually, the inevitable happens. At Vought, Nobody retires. Nobody gets a gold watch and a pension. You either die as collateral damage or you become a liability. It's a Thursday afternoon. You are coordinating a charity photo shoot.
Homelander is holding a small boy in a wheelchair. The cameras are flashing. Homelander is delivering a heartfelt monologue about hope and strength. It's perfect. It's going exactly to script. Then, a lighting rig above the stage shifts. The entire lighting array plummets directly toward Homelander and the child. In less than a second, Homelander reacts. He doesn't move out of the way. He doesn't catch the rig. He simply looks up and unleashes a blast of heat vision. But you aren't clapping. You are looking at the rafters. The heat vision didn't just vaporize the rig. It kept going. It sliced straight through the catwalk above, and the technician who accidentally kicked the sandbag. Homelander's super hearing picks up the sound of the tablet hitting the floor. He turns his head and looks directly at you through the crowd. He sees your face. He knows that you know.
The charity event wraps up. You don't go back to the office. You go straight to the parking garage. You need to get to your car. You need to drive to the airport, buy a ticket with cash, and disappear into South America. You are fumbling with your keys. When you stand back up, Homelander is leaning against your car. He isn't smiling anymore. The Golden Boy facade is completely gone. There is only the void, the terrifying, empty void of a god who views you as an insect. But you know the rules, he continues, stepping toward you. The concrete cracks slightly under his boots. Vought is a family, and we have to protect the family's image at all costs. Isn't that right?
I won't say anything,
you whisper, tears finally spilling down your face.
I swear I didn't see anything.
Homelander tilts his head. The red glow begins to build behind his eyes, illuminating the dark garage with an angry crimson light. I know you didn't, he smiles. At least the severance package is fast.